Well, first I just want to say thanks to everybody at Alabama, Mr. Battle, Marie Robbins, my boss, and you guys, the event staff. It was a heck of a good super regional. I can't tell you how much we appreciate your coverage, and you make the game significant. When you report about it, people read. So I can't thank you enough for that. But also want to say congrats to Washington on a hell of a good year. I know Heather probably doesn't want to come back here next year, but I respect the hell out of her for making the first phone call and saying let's do a home and away, and we're going to see them again next year, and then we'll go to Seattle in 2018. Just a really, really good program, and it's fun to compete against them. They play the game the right way, and it's too bad somebody has to lose. But for my team, I'm extremely proud of them. We've had so many things that we had to go through this year, so much adversity. I can't tell you how many injuries. We've had deaths in the family, just on and on and on. And they kept going. The seniors were terrific. And then the young lady next to me, she is as gutsy as they come, and probably the most resilient kid I've ever coached. And you're not going to probably get a smile out of her right now, but she is gritty and resilient and just one hell of a pitcher.
Reagan, talk about your thoughts on the home run today and also going to your first World Series.
Yeah, Coach Murphy always says a big key of winning is timely hitting, and I had runners in scoring position my first at bat and didn't come through, and I was like, it's my time right here, the second at bat, and so I just relaxed, took a deep breath, and just waited for my pitch, and it's just an awesome feeling to experience this because I've always went to the College World Series just watching Alabama play, and now I get to be a part of something special.
Were you looking to swing at the first pitch? Or?
No, sir. I was just looking for my pitch, and it just happened to be the first one. In.
Alexis, you've thrown 242 pitches last 2 days. First off, how do you feel?
I feel pretty great knowing that our team won and we're going to the World Series.
I see you're smiling now. What's this postseason been like for you? Just you've been a different pitcher than you were earlier in the year.
It's been pretty good so far, and I just can't wait for it to keep going. I know the beginning of the season wasn't exactly how it turned out to be, but overall, I'm ready to get going.
You're tired at all?
No, I'm not too tired right now.
Kind of a picnic compared to last year's.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah, exactly.
Did you want the ball again today?
Oh, of course. I had Sydney's back. I told her from the start that if she ever needed trouble or needed any help, that I would have her back.
Murphy mentioned, I guess you had something on your finger at the end of blister or something like that. Can you kind of explain what did it affect you today at all?
No, not at all. I just kind of split my finger, which, it hasn't really affected my pitching at all.
Can you be more specific? Was it slip like that?
It's just like
it's like a paper cut.
Yeah.
Murph, you talked about how gritty she's been, but really, fighting through the issues with the injury and stuff like that, early part of the year, just battling, where, you actually went to a different pitcher as your lead pitcher most of the year, and then obviously it's been a different postseason.
Well, she did exactly what I asked her to do last summer, was take the whole summer off. And then she had an injury in the fall, which caused about 8 weeks off. And then the first day of team practice in the spring, she sprained her ankle. It was a high ankle sprain, which is the worst. So that was another 4 weeks. So basically, she missed 12 plus 9 in the summer, 10 in the summer. And we kind of have figured out that she's the type of kid that she wants to pitch, she needs to pitch, she needs to practice. And as of right now, she's finally gotten into her season mode. And it's just something that you have to learn, especially for pitchers. It's tough because you don't know their ins and outs. And she just come on at the end. And Steph's done a great job with her. Reagan did a hell of a job catching her. Sydney gave us the 2 1/3 that we needed. And then, I'll take her for 4 2/3 any day with a lead.
Were you thinking tandem today or just?
Yeah, I was hoping that we would get the lead and then see what happens. And Reagan took care of that. And then, Sydney gave us the 2 shutout. And then when they started hitting her a little bit, that was why I went with Lexi.
Is there any concern about Sydney not going as deep in the regional and in this game?
No. Whatever she can give us, she gave us, And we're going to need her, Maddie, and Lexi next week. I mean, I really think it's come to the time in college softball that you're going to need a staff, and you can't. I just don't see it happening where you can ride one person. Maybe it'll happen, but I think we're going to have to eat up some innings. And Maddie's, shoot, everybody's confident with all three.
What sort of advantage does actually having a pitching staff give you going into the College World Series, where not many actually have that luxury? Florida is probably one of the more comparable teams.
Yeah.
They're not in it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, you could do like Major League Baseball and pick matchups. Who would Lexi be best against? Who would Sydney go best? And Maddie with a lefty. If you got a lefty heavy lineup that you're facing, why not try her? So
Reagan looked like she was grinding a little bit today, on the second day in less than 24 hours. How did you see her working through that? Look, obviously the last 4 batters or more, she was better than the first 4, I think.
Right. Well, Lex worked hard this whole year, and she's good under pressure, and she does great in any situation. And I just felt like she got better as the game went on. So, and that's what we needed from her, and I thought it was awesome. She did an awesome job.
You've obviously being the catcher, you've gotten to see her progress. What is different? Do you see a different, Lexi now than maybe, 2 or 3 months ago?
Well, Lex always has like a calm sense on her at the mound, and so you really can't see much on the outer appearance of her. But I know that she wants it, and she wants it really bad. And she just keeps working harder and harder each day, and now it's her time right here.
I was kind of joked about the smile. She's very serious up there. We did see a few more when you struck out Allie. Had a big smile at the end of the inning. How's it feel when you see that on her face?
It's awesome. She deserves it. She's, like I said, she's worked so hard, and she's the best. She really is.
Reagan, that last inning, 3 full counts, 3 strikeouts. What was it like being behind the plate for that?
I was just fired up. I really was. It was a great experience.
For both players, what influence did the crowd have on your play today?
I think it was so awesome for our crowd to be standing up the entire time and clapping and cheering and being so energetic in there. And I just think it's so awesome that our crowd is that into the game.
Yeah, I just think that the crowd has a big part of what we do here at Alabama, just because in big situations like 3 and 2 counts, they're always up on their feet cheering, and that really gives us the advantage right there.
You got 3 strikeouts to Aguilar today.
I know.
Probably could have drawn that up going into this.
I mean, she did a heck of a good job on her because she's a great hitter. And I know you guys didn't get to see her for the regular season, but we watched a lot of games, and she hit a lot of good pitchers hard. I mean, I think it was 21 home runs and almost 70 RBIs. And for Lexi to do what she did today, just like Reagan said, she's a great pitcher, and to get a good hitter like that, especially I think at one time was first and second and 2 outs, and it was like the time where she was going to get to hit. There's no way that we could walk her. We had to pitch to her, and she made the pitches.
Alexis, you like it a little more when the game plan says go after instead of be careful?
Yeah, I love to go after people. I love to attack people and just get it done.
After 20 years, 11 of them, World Series, more than half. What does that mean to you, and what does it mean for the team?
I think it's incredible. I think it's a great tribute to all the players that have been here for 20 years, all these people on these posters in this media room, and it's hard to imagine, starting from scratch and then being there 11 times in 20 years where, the football capital of the United States has adopted softball as, one of their favorite sports. And I was talking to one of the Washington coaches, and I said, can you believe that, 3,500 people would pay money to watch college softball? And he said, I never, ever would have thought that would happen. And it's like a dream come true for the girls and for the coaches. It's been a great run.
Coach, it's not just you. It's Auburn, it's Jacksonville State, it's Sanford. Just what have you seen the growth of softball in this state?
Oh, it's been unbelievable for 20 years, and I think a couple of weeks ago, when we started, there might have been 5 summer ball teams in the entire state, and now there's probably 12 in Tuscaloosa area alone. The coaching is better. It's a perfect sport for this weather. You can play year round, and the athletes are there. And once they got the coaching from the high school coaches, the summer ball, it's just exploded. And I mean, you can look around and really call Alabama the softball capital of college softball.
How much does that help you with recruiting too?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, obviously she's from Riverside, California. Reagan's our first scholarship kid ever from Mississippi. the best player ever to come out of Mississippi, and she wanted to come to Alabama. Thank goodness. It's huge. It's big. It's, you know, we were on ESPN twice, and the coverage that you guys give, everything helps.
Alexis and Murph, I wanted to ask you, Oklahoma, we're in the same position against them last year. What's it like kind of going back against them? And you had several big games, I think, last year against them as well. So what's it like facing them, knowing you got them ahead of the College World Series?
I think that we just have to go out there and compete, and we just got to play our game, play to our potential, and I think we'll be just fine.
I mean, you know, and we can't get away from sound in the postseason. And Patty does a hell of a job with her team. She's one of the best coaches in the country. And you're basically putting this environment in Oklahoma City because they're 20 minutes from Oklahoma City, their campus. So we played them a lot in Oklahoma City, and we played them, you know, March 20th or something in Fullerton, and it was a really good game. And I'm sure it'll be another really good game in Oklahoma City.
Coach, it seems like Florida gone. You see this being the one that was coming out of it.
You know, and I really thought parity was great this year, even without Florida, you know, getting bounced. I think it's become college baseball and every other sport that you can imagine where everybody, like James Madison, they had a heck of a good run. I mean, they were one run away from the World Series. So anybody can beat anybody, and it's probably the widest open it's ever been.